you actually think's going to win?
Man, that's a tough call, man. I'm both Team Uncle Aaron and Team Daddy Richard, man. I like both of them. The car we're building is badass. It's fast. An LS3 and a Porsche. That green car, twin turbo, all-wheel drive. I'm gonna have to go with Daddy.
All right, guys. In this configuration, it won't stay running, but it may fire. So as you know, we've managed to squeeze an LS3 crate engine into our otherwise fine European go-mobile to give it some of our obscene American horsepower. However, right now we have a wonderful piece of yard art. We've not asked it to do anything. Well, now we've finally got enough systems in place that we're ready to fire the motor. It's a big day. Hey, we need a fuel pressure check. Was there any leak or fluid anywhere?
This thing hasn't spilled a drop of fuel.
Bingo. All right, great.
We'll find out if this has been a fun journey and almost over, or a fun journey and just getting deeper.
So I'm ready. I'm ready to rock and roll. If there's no indication of trouble, see if it'll start.
Okay.
We should probably put some gas in this thing.
Well, if it didn't have any gas in it, I can tell you why it's not running.
Ain't got no gas.
I've got that bit open so good. In 2 days, our junkyard Porsche is supposed to be sitting on an airstrip, ready to race Richard's Porsche with its $200,000 worth of bells and whistles. So with that deadline rapidly approaching, I can't afford any delays now. Let's try it again. Mass airflow meter. A fuel injector motor needs a myriad of sensors to feed data to the computer that runs it all, and we just don't have them all hooked up yet. That could be giving us the problems. Try it again. Or it could be something much deeper.
So right now we're kind of in a race to figure out what it is. We'd like to go home tonight knowing that the engine runs.
We've had an active fire a couple times, so it's so something is turning off.
Yeah. Manifold pressure sensor. Let's check the wire.
Let's look up the pin up for it and just double check it real quick.
I pulled out the leads from the harness that go to the sensor to check that they were all in order.
What do you got going on that map sensor?
It was, the wires are backwards. Turns out I had the wires from the harness to the sensor hooked up wrong.
That makes sense. So,
It can't tell how much air it has. It'll fire it and shut everything off. That's pretty indicative of not understanding how much air is in the motor, because unless it can tell how much air is coming in, it doesn't know how much fuel to give it.
Yeah.
That's why it kept shutting down the motor. Having the wires back would probably smoke the sensor. So Charles rewired the connector while Jason ran out to the parts store to pick up a new sensor.
Oh, is that the new one?
Yep. Replacing the sensor did the trick, and we're finally in the home stretch. We just need to assemble everything on the body, give the engine a final tune, and we should be ready to race. Thanks, guys.
Jason, are you willing to bet the 996 beats Richard's Porsche?
Hell yeah.
Why?
Because we built it. Ready?
Oh, yeah.
As much as I'm ever gonna be. See what happens.
Oh, yeah. That's worth cheering over.
So we're coming down to the wire on our junkyard Porsche build, and Sam from Advanced Modern Performance just finished firing up our LS3, and he seems to be having all of our systems playing nicely together. Cool. All right, guys. The race against Richard is tomorrow morning, so we have to get everything wrapped up and get it into the trailer so we can get it over to be dyno.
All right, let's put this thing to bed.
Have we got the right hardware for it?
Stainless Felipe's.
Right. Great. That works for me, man. All I need is for Mike and Kiki to finish mounting up the rear fender flares, and then it's over to Sam's for a late night dyno session. So a few more turns of the screwdriver, and we should be out of here.
I cannot believe this.
This is not working back here. Seriously, pull down, because this is like, holes won't line up. I don't need this. Listen. You know, it's never fun when something you're working on just doesn't come together like it should. Hey, is Aaron watching? Quit. I mean, I've already had one incident last week with the fenders when Aaron was not mad at me, and I'd really like to avoid another. But it's kind of hard when the whole world is watching you. Handle something don't go right in there. They're always doing that. Everything's good. Yep, that's great. All right, cool. Let's just get them walk away. They'll go away. Let's do the other side. The other side, like that side's perfectly great.
Sure, camera guy.
Oh, I'm gonna zoom in on it and focus and make sure focus on where all these bolts are missing.
Oh, they got two of them.
At least the left rear flare goes on easy peasy. Looks good. Looks real good. And as far as this right flare, I elected to make an executive decision to let somebody else deal with this mess.
Dude, all you have to do is tighten this up here. What do you know? Bolts fit just fine now, Mike.
Figure it out.
Yep, of course. Alright. Done.
You know, thinking maybe I just need a vacation.
Okay, get this out of here.